Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all. Peak flow. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter right. Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind?
Okay, Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Southern California and the newly named Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Denver Broncos and our home team. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
At the 44-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Gun.
Out of the gun, Newton. He completes this to Sutton. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
What's that?
Don't get nervous.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. They get 9 yards there, and they get a 1st down. Sutton is part of a good young receiving core for the Broncos. They liked Sutton enough last year. They traded away Demaryius Thomas, if you remember, halfway through the season. Sutton, he responded. Rookie campaign, had over 700 yards, 42 catches for the man from Brenham, Texas, which is located halfway between Houston and Austin. They fake the give. Newton. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Back to you. Kill, kill, kill. Check. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Check 26, check 26. Shift, watch the shift. Check the hot read.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Set, ready. Get the flag. 45. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check. Go, go. Hot, hot. Check, 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 check. Check, check. Front up.
Now a give running left is Eckler. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
He's coming to you. Check it.
3rd and long, it's Taylor. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The punter lock out there now as he sends it away. Pulled in at the 24. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos.
Makes the score Broncos 7, Chargers 0. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
It's a big one there for the Chargers. Give him 52 yards on the ground.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's first and 10. Here's Justin Jackson, second-year man out of Northwestern. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Taylor now off the bootleg. Steps away. He'll try and run it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The first carry now for Doug Martin. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another first down run right there.
They run again on first down, Martin. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this.
Ready? Right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Now they'll throw with Taylor. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where it came from.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
It's our time. Mike 51. Mike 51.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a let forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Drop deep, drop deep. Check foot.
Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage is coming through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They'll pick up another first down with that run.
Newton's throw complete to Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Newton now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Newton. Dancing to his left. And the catch made by Kenny Britt. And he's taken down inside the 30. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. These two teams all tied after one.
Let's go. Let's go. Ready? Ready? 52. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Riddick with a carry. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day. 20. It's going to be a long day.
On 2nd and a yard. Newton escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Noah Fant with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 14-7.
14. Chargers 7. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now Taylor operating from the gun. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football, and we just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run. Chopper. Chopper. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Taylor. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Jeff Locke now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This will be fielded at the 17. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Redden. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
The tackle by Jordan James.
Great.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Good work, boy. Let's go.
Let's go. At their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Strip that ball. Check 52. Undercross.
On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Ready. Mike, what you want? Hey, it's time to... Hey, let's go. It's time to crash. Here we go. Let's bring it. Please. Let's bring it. Kill. Check 9.
On 2nd down, it's Jackson. He's got the first down and more past midfield. The 30, 10, touchdown LA! Justin Jackson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. A give, running right, Lindsey. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, we talked about Phillip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018. The Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Phillip Lindsay. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Newton now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. Now Riddick. Room here to run. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down.
1st down.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. 20.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd and 9, Newton forced out to his left. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
From the gun on 3rd down. Newton flush to it, and that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Kendrick Bourne, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
They go play action here on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Flowers. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
At the 47-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Now Taylor to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Taylor will throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Check. Gun.
On first down, Newton. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. A final shot before the break. Newton flushed out right. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now it's Taylor. They'll roll him out right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Set. Not a wolf. 51's the money. 6 man. Check curls. Check three. Whip. Watch the whip. The good thing. Mike 51. Hey, I'm coming after you.
On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run with their fullback. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 34-yard line.
45. Oh, you got deep? Deuce. 81. Ready, go.
Looking to throw on second down. Taylor eluding the pressure right. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. A big play there for L.A. 45 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 16-yard line.
Play action. It's Taylor. Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Mike 51.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back of the 29. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season. Badgley able to knock this one through, and that'll bring him back within 4. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
20.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Newton. Britt's got it, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Newton now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They run on first down with Jackson. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Under 10, under 10.
Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Chance. Kill. Hatch it.
Now Jackson. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
First down and goal to go.
Ready. Good team on it. Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day. Kill. Switch. Check.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And that one gives him a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Charger drive about to get going. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Ready, go. 51, Mike, 51.
Off the play fake. Here's Taylor. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
He's airing it out for Williams. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. That goes for a gain of 31.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off and coaches go, two hands still works.
I know, but they go for them so often now that I'm almost starting to take them for granted.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Because these are sensational type plays.
Especially that one with a defender right there.
Here comes the ball.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Mike 51. All day, just like that. Go. No.
Throwing on 2nd down. Taylor. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Chargers on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
He's checking credit.
Now it's Jackson. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Jackson. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's Taylor off the bootleg. Buying time to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Let's go, D. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Hold up. 51's mic.
Taylor. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there, creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Badgley's kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction all of a sudden. Now a hit and a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secure. A lot of teams do that. They have at least...
Oh, no, he lost the football. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Lindsey, and an alley to run. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
First down, Broncos.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
On the ground, it's Riddick. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
Great. 49 the mic. Watch 49.
On 3rd down, Newton. It's complete to Brett. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Theo Riddick, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. As his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Here we go.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, not a lot of flash and dash on that play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man, and he ends up picking up a first down. A little bit of gray area there, though, but I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still got another down to try and pick it up.
Throwing now, Taylor on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Watch it. 61. Let's watch. Mike 51. Mike 51. In your face. Slam. On the ball.
On 2nd down now. It's Jackson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game.
You got it. You got it.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They run again with Jackson, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Say. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
They'll try and run for it. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Jackson, 53 yards. As his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Newton. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
That's it. Bring it in. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah. Go. Hey! Here I come.
Now it's Newton. Got the connection here to Bourne. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Kendrick Bourne, his second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Newton to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this 4th quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope.
Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
He'll look to throw. Taylor hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They'll run again with Jackson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Here's Jackson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now here's a timeout, as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. So everything hanging in the balance, resting on the right foot of Michael Badgley. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a third one winning. And his kick is good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the fourth. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
On 4-1. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL. From Southern California.